So this is a video that a lot of people has been asking for. They want to see David's video games and DVDs. And currently we are in the office where he keep all his video games and some DVDs. And we'll talk to David and see what's what. And there he goes, sitting at the computer. So let's start over here.
Ambushed.
Talk to us about some of these video games. Have you played all these games?
Yeah, I have actually. The Sega Genesis, certainly. I played that. I played all of that stuff, and I got all the systems down underneath here. If you look on the bottom, it's like the Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Nintendo NES, GameCube, Sega Genesis down there in the corner.
You got an Xbox?
Yep. There's an Xbox right there.
Oh.
And then, you know, the PS2 and the Wii, which I've never messed with. I never really messed with the Wii. Yeah, an original Game Boy. Yes, it works. I've got a few other pieces too. I've got like the, if I can find anything, see all the instructions and stuff are here. But like these kits, is it in this one? See, the Nintendo 3DS. I used to use that a lot actually. Take it with me to work. But yeah, the Wii I never messed with. This belonged to one of my kids, but I don't have too much experience with that. My go-to is usually either the Sega Genesis or the Nintendo NES, are like my favorites. But yeah, I played all of these gods. Global Gladiators is a really cool one. The Sonics.
What are these little games right there?
These are loose. They're Sega Genesis, but there's you know, like, there's no box. Mortal Kombat 2, Street Fighter 2, which is pretty cool.
And these are from your childhood?
No, I mean I was an adult by the time I had a Sega Genesis. That, like right there, the Dragon's Fury, the coolest pinball game ever. With actual memory, which these things didn't have in those days. Mickey's World of Illusion, really cool game, great music. But some of the games that I had, I don't have too much. I'd like to have more, but you know how it is.
To play or just to collect? What is these?
A little of both. Well, these are the Nintendo 64 cartridges.
Yeah.
See, Namco Museum 64, Bomberman, Donkey Kong, stuff like that. Harvest Moon. I still have this one. And a lot of these came from a collection that I bought out, and I sold a couple of pieces.
Zelda. I actually had that. I bought that.
Yeah,
for my
Zelda's
Nintendo
classic.
game. I had it for the regular, the first one.
And then a ton of the Game Boy cartridges, Super Mario Land, Kirby's Dream Land, Tetris, Pac-Man, Kirby again.
I used to play Tetris on the phone.
And then, of course, those are the Wii's, but you know, I've got no experience with them. I just have the system. The DS games, which I've played all of those. I actually liked the 3DS. I have the DS and the 3DS. I've played them both. And then the Nintendo NES. So whenever I feel like nostalgic, I'll end up with either the Nintendo NES or the Sega Genesis.
Oh, you got them all sideways.
Yeah, they're all
sideways.
Well, we'll turn the camera sideways.
Nobody wants
That's
to
the
look
other
like
way.
that.
The other way. You're looking at it wrong.
It's no big
You know.
Well, because you don't have them in the case, so then you can't, like these, you could just kind of look across. But we'll look at it like this.
Well, this is how they came. You know, it was just in a sleeve. This is a classic one, Elevator Action. I used to play a lot of. I played that in the arcade. You know, Lynx, The Adventure of Lynx from Zelda. And the all-time favorite here is still in the system. and that's this one. That's a really tough one to find, Panic Restaurant. And I have all the booklets and instructions and everything for it too. But that's the one I was playing last in the NES. I just pulled it out.
Yeah.
All the PS2 games, which I have a lot of. A lot of PS2 and a lot of Xbox.
You don't have every one.
No, I don't. I don't have a huge collection like that. I wish I did, but I don't. The original Xbox, and then up top is the Xbox 360 stuff.
What's the difference with all of these game systems?
Well, they upgrade the system, and it improves the graphics and the sound and everything. And then these are the Super Nintendo cartridges. And like I said, not a massive collection. There's Earthworm Jim. Used to play that one a lot. Jurassic Park Part 2. Not a massive collection, but it's what I've got. Maximum Carnage.
By LG.
Yeah.
What's
And
this Batman here?
it's a silk screen. This is from 1989. And they have one of Batman and one of the Joker, and it's like 30 by 45 inch wall hanging silk screen. And I found this one at a Goodwill.
Oh, wow.
For a few bucks. And so you see somebody tore the original price tag off. They probably did that. I would have preferred they left it alone, but...
You going to take it out and hang it with the rest of your banners?
No, I'll just leave it in here.
Where'd you get the banners?
This one, let me get that set back. If I can. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay, what about this banner, Toys R Us?
That came from a viewer to the channel that's actually Johnny Future gave us.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Johnny Future sent that to us, and then the flag is the flag, and then the Hollywood Hulk Hogan and
Cobra
Cobra
Commander.
Commander banners we got off eBay.
Yeah. Then you got some, these more, oh no, these are movies and videos.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of DVDs here.
What's this picture?
That is a cast autograph, lithograph of the Star Trek Voyager cast, except for the guy who played Kim, because I never caught up with him.
He alive?
I think so, yeah. But
Maybe
you know,
you'll see him.
maybe I'll see him one day, and I'll have to take that out and get it wrapped up.
Schoolhouse Rock. I used to like that.
Schoolhouse Rock was awesome.
I had that on VHS, VCR tape. I had bought it when I was in elementary school.
There's our logo right there. The loose product people snap, crackle, and pop.
What are these?
New Migos.
Oh, okay.
Loose. But then through here, I mean, you can see that you've got the complete Dragon Ball Z except for the new series. So the original series, which is in my opinion the best. Orange, the GT, and then the feature-length movies.
Okay.
And some live-action shows from my childhood that I'm particularly fond of. You know, Batman, Bionic Woman, The Flash, Barry Allen's The Flash, which is pretty cool. Greatest American Hero, $6 Million Man. The Tick, very short-lived live-action show, very funny. The original Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, the only Wonder Woman that counts. Jerry Anderson, all of his Super Marionation stuff there.
What are marionations?
Marionation is basically a puppet. Those aren't people, they're puppets. They're like marionettes, but they called them Super Marionation because the strings were hidden, very well hidden, and the puppets were capable of facial expressions and mouth movement and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But I've got pretty much everything from Jerry Anderson. And then down there, shorts. These are old movie shorts from back in the day. You know, the original Captain Marvel, which is hilarious. 12 amazing episodes, but of course they're not episodes. They're movie shorts. But he's a murdering bastard in this. This is hilarious. The original Batman movie shorts. Flash Gordon, Green Archer, Rocket Men from the Moon, or King of the Rocket Men, The Little Rascals.
I never liked them.
I did. That's all right. Radar Man on the Moon, the original Superman shorts, Three Stooges.
I don't like them either.
That's okay. And then some animated stuff there, just mixed up. Dilbert, which is really funny. The Critic. Clerks, which is another failed cartoon, but it was really well done. Boondocks. Stuff like that. Animated The Tick. Star Wars,
see that
Clone
that
Wars.
box in there.
Well, it's a box of comic books. Venture Brothers. Stuff like that. Here's the Hulk box set. And then right here, these are art panels. These are proofs for testing the color on the original comic books. And they're typically one of a kind unless it was a reprint. So they're transparencies. So it's on a white border, but if I took this off, if I took it out, you could see clean through it. But they're usually, the transparencies are one of a kind. Not a big market for them, even though they're really interesting, and it's hard to tell on the camera, but the paints are almost metallic. So if you were to take these out and put even a light behind it, they shine like really amazing.
Oh, okay. You got some CDs. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I like having my media. You know, Led Zeppelin and the Beatles and Jethro Tull and more Led Zeppelin. Black Sabbath. Stuff like that. More animated stuff. Some Godzilla down there. So or is that yeah, that's a Godzilla set. Must have Godzilla.
Blech.
Aw. Box of comics in here. Just stuff I'm going through for selective grading. Because I do get stuff graded from time to time. Although that's been getting tough lately.
Now, what is that?
That's an autographed picture of the main cast from Welcome Back, Kotter.
You got everybody's signature?
Everybody's signature is on this. This one's official. That's not one that I went out and got myself.
Oh.
This one's an officially licensed one. And you can't do it anymore because, you know, half the cast is deceased.
Oh, except for John Travolta.
Yeah, John Travolta is still around. Gabriel Kaplan is still around, but he's a professional poker player now.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But
Everybody else is dead?
yeah, no, I think he's still alive.
Black
I know
guy?
these two are. I know that Ron Palillo and Robert Hagee is still deceased. I'm not sure about Lawrence Jacobs.
Who's that?
That is like my favorite picture ever, and you got like so much glare on it.
I know. Trying to get the light out of the way. That's, yeah. I'll
But
wear
yeah,
the
that's my
picture.
favorite picture ever because it's from our wedding. But I think it just kind of personifies the two of us really well because we're totally ignoring the instructions of the photographer there and just doing whatever and enjoying each other. And that's how I
see
feel.
Pops.
Well, no, those are mystery minis.
Oh, still
Of,
Pops.
yeah, technically, of Garbage Pail Kids. I was trying to collect them, but that's as far as I got. There's two. There are two waves, and this is most of wave 2, and that's just kind of where it left off.
Okay, then we are right here.
Yeah, Saturday mornings and after school stuff now. You know, the original Archie's cartoons, Astro Boy, saddest anime ever. The original Beetle Bailey, which people don't even know exist. Mickey Mouse Club stuff, Dick Tracy, Saturday morning cartoon, Dragon's Lair, Droids, Droopy, After School. Well, it was originally movie shorts, but you know, Dungeons and Dragons, Fat Albert, Guy King, Gatchaman, George of the Jungle, G.I. Joe, which these I could probably almost pull out because you bought the whole box set.
Yeah.
Godzilla, Humanoids, more Walt Disney, King Kong, the animated series, Looney Tunes, Masters of the Universe, the Smurfs, Robotech, Star Blazers, original Popeye, Pink Panther, Planet of the Apes, the animated series from like Saturday mornings. Mr. Magoo.
We tried watching it. That was awful.
Mr. Magoo wasn't as good as I remembered it. I was disappointed. Mighty Hercules, I used to watch this. That's an old one. It's from like the 60s. Fraggle Rock. Some of my classic commercials, because, you know, I have collections of classic commercials.
They put everything out.
Yeah. Harrogay's Tintin, which we're watching now. The other volume's in the other room. Really fun show. The original Thor. Star Trek, the animated series from the 70s.
Was animated?
Yeah, in the 70s. The plots are actually really good. It's a fun show. Star Zinger. More Star Blazers. The original Superman and Batman shows. You get the idea.
Yeah.
There's Voltron, Tom and Jerry, Woody Woodpecker, the Peanuts, which I'm a big Peanuts fan.
What is that?
Emmett Otter. This is from Jim Henson.
Oh, okay.
A forgotten classic. It's actually really, really nice Christmas story. And, you know, a bunch of, you know, Shaun the Sheep, stop motion stuff here, Christmas specials, and the original Bozo the Clown. And this is the East Coast Bozo the Clown. Because remember, there was like 3 of them doing shows in different places. The East Coast one is the one I'm the most familiar with, and I think he was the first. Electric Company, Hardy Boys, H.R. Puff and Stuff, Jason a Star Command, Lancelot Link.
Oh, I didn't know you had Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse, volumes 1 and 2, and this is where he got cut off.
Yeah.
By Disney. They fired him.
Oh, Disney did that?
Partridge Family, yeah, because he got in trouble.
Yeah.
New Zoo Review.
I like Zoobly Zoo.
Yeah, Zoobly Zoo. Kanga was hot. The original Muppet Show, and they never went past season 3, making the box sets. That's the
You actually got Power Rangers?
first season. This is the only one I ever watched. Lidsville, Land of the Lost, Voyagers, the Weird Al Yankovic Show, Saturday morning live action. It was weird. Here's one for you anime fans out there, or not anime, but, you know, mecha. The Red Baron. Crazy stuff. Space Academy. Original 60s and 70s Sesame Street.
What about Mr. Rogers and Reading Rainbow?
I don't have any of that. One of my childhood favorites, Sigmund and the Sea Monsters from Sid and Marty Krofft. Show was crazy. The Hobbit. Oh, this is a good one. The complete uncensored Private Snafu cartoons from World War II. They were shorts for soldiers, but they were done by Theodore Giesel. Dr. Seuss did these.
Oh, okay.
And some of it's pretty racy. You see the picture there. But it was animated shorts for soldiers to warn them about interaction with foreigners and weird stuff like that. But it's pretty funny. Some of the language is kind of racy. Just a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
That nostalgia is what it's all about, though. And then, of course, you know, there's comic books all over the room. I got a stack here that, you know, I'm waiting to send to CGC because they're slow as death right now. You know, just some books that
Turn it like this.
books that I'm preparing for grading.
We saw Man-Thing the other day.
Yeah, that movie made no sense the way
Yeah,
they
it
did
was
it.
pretty dumb.
Angel and the Ape.
Came out
#1.
in 2015.
Or like that. Ghost Rider. I'm just waiting for my last order to come in before I send them anymore because they're so far behind it's almost ridiculous at this point. Nothing too spectacular, but just some books that I wanted to get done.
Okay.
And the rest of it, you know, there's my press machine. People keep asking. And I use that to press the comics when they're in, you know, they just got like a little bit of wrinkles or lines or something like that, you can improve the grade. I do a little cleaning and restoration and pressing.
You got to do a video on cleaning comics.
Well, I did one showing these sponges before, because you really do have to be careful using them. A lot of people like using those sponges, but you'll take the color and the finish right off your covers.
Oh, wow.
So,
Well, if you wipe it lightly.
Yeah, you really got to be careful though.
Oh.
I did a video on it some time ago with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's basically what's in the office.
We're back.
Yeah, just kind of a hodgepodge, you know, in the living room here of some of our television shows. We got Alf, Babylon 5.
And when I went back and watched Alf while we were at work.
It's funny.
Yeah, and I didn't
surprised.
realize how funny Alf is.
Because it's for an adult audience. It really wasn't for kids at all. Dukes of Hazzard, another surprising gem from the past.
Yeah, we're actually watching that now.
Yeah, really funny. Dick Cavett. I only had the first season of Cheers.
Cheers was good, and then
good
along the way it got dumb.
It was good until Kirstie Alley came on.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers, Blackadder, Benny Hill, Battlestar Galactica.
We saw that. It was all right.
I liked Battlestar, the original.
Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Which we're watching now.
Get Smart, Gilligan's Island. The original Bill Cosby Show. This is because the Bill Cosby Show was out twice. This one's from the 70s. People forgot about that one. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Hogan's Heroes, Kung Fu.
We're watching that now.
It's a really nice, a really good drama. Monty Python.
Is that the TV shows or the movies?
This is the television show from England.
I watched some of that. I didn't like it. It got kind of raunchy.
Some of it is. It depends.
Then it was like, nah. The movies were okay.
Yeah.
You know, they were pretty funny. But the TV show I didn't care for.
Lex is a Canadian show. Martian Chronicles. This is a tough DVD to find. I got it at a library sale for like $1. But this is a tough series to find. And the action figures are even harder. They made 3 action figures that are like a nightmare to track down.
Where do you buy your DVDs? From the store?
All over. I mean, some I get off, like, if it's a good price on Amazon or eBay, or, you know, some of them I bought at stores. Some of them you see a tag like that because I got it at a library sale. Libraries are actually pretty good for that.
Yeah, and they usually sell DVDs and CDs all the time.
Yeah.
We used to go a lot in Illinois, and the library had a section where they had books, DVDs, CDs for sale.
Yeah.
And they were cheap, and then they raised the price. Like the CDs were like 25 cents, and the DVDs were like $1 or something.
Yeah.
And then they doubled everything, so the CDs were 50 cents, and the DVDs got up to $2 and all kinds of junk.
This was a good one. You remember this miniseries?
What?
Rose Red.
Oh
from
yeah,
Stephen
that
King.
was a good.
That was really well done.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Rookies, Red Dwarf, which it says complete collection, but it's not anymore because they've gone back to do a couple more seasons. The Ray Bradbury Theater.
We saw that. That's pretty good. That's in line with Twilight Zone, Outer Limits, Alfred Hitchcock, Night Gallery. It's in that vein.
Quark, another show that was a forgotten gem from the 70s. It was making fun of all of the hype around space shows at the time, but they got in trouble for making fun of too many licenses, and they pulled the plug on the show. I think it only had like half a dozen episodes. The Prisoner, live action 70s Planet of the Apes TV series.
Oh, that was a week. It seemed like I do kind of remember that.
One Step Beyond, Night Gallery,
We are watching now.
Night Court.
Night Court was a good TV show, a good sitcom. It's not. I don't care for sitcoms too much. It's only a handful, but Night Gallery, even when it was on, I remember liking that show.
Monsters, Mr. Bean,
I don't like Mr. Bean.
Salem's Lot.
Yeah, I remember
Another
that.
miniseries.
That came
Sapphire
on
and
TV.
Steel.
I don't remember that show.
It's a British show. It was good though. Saturday Night Live, back when it was funny.
I used to watch that.
This is only like the first 5 seasons. Seinfeld.
which we're watching right
Yeah.
now.
Shogun, another miniseries, which I really liked. Soap, one of the funniest sitcoms ever. Which
I doubt it.
it made fun of. This is Benson.
Yeah.
It made fun of the cheesiness of soap operas. That was the humor of it. But it was a really well done show. 3 seasons, and they killed that too. Space 1999.
I remember Benson.
Yeah. Benson was a spin-off of this show.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. The
The
Stand.
Stand. That was a good miniseries.
The original 60s Star Trek.
What are these right here?
Oh, it's some Stargate stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then the Star Hunter series. Storm of the Century.
That was very good.
And that's a library
Stephen
copy.
King.
Yeah. Taxi. Time Slip, which is kind of weird. Three's Company. I think that's just the first season.
That's a dumb show.
It was dumb. It was
but I mean,
fun, but
yeah,
it's dumb.
you know, it's like whatever.
Twilight Zone.
We finished that up.
UFO. It's not UFO. It's actually pronounced UFO. This is a Jerry Anderson show. Wizards and Warriors is a forgotten classic. It's a live action show, 1 season. That's the guy from Taxi who played Wheeler. V.
It was only good. The miniseries was only good. Once
Yeah.
it got to the weekly program, it got pretty lame.
Yeah, the original miniseries was the best. The second follow-up miniseries was okay, but it was not as good. They were getting off track. And then the final miniseries, or the 1 season wonder, wasn't so great. Welcome Back, Kotter. When Things Were Rotten.
That's Michael Landon.
No, that's not Michael Landon.
Who's that guy?
I don't remember his name.
He got a glare. I couldn't see him well.
And this is, oh God, what is his name? Mel Brooks. This is a Mel Brooks television show. What's happening? The original What's Happening. What's
You didn't
happening?
like What's Happening Now?
What's Happening Now wasn't the same. It didn't feel the same.
Yeah, they used all the same people. Okay.
And then over here is just some comedies. You know, you got like right here, there's 1941. John Belushi's barely in it, but whatever. Underrated film, actually. I think it's pretty funny, especially the scene with the what do they call it? Ventriloquist dummy. You know, Animal House, that's a classic. Back to the Future. Bananas, which has like Sylvester Stallone's first cinematic appearance in it, which is so minor, he's not even in the credits. He's like a thug who doesn't talk on the subway. But yeah, some good stuff. The original Bad News Bears, which is really good. I don't like the remake incarnations of it, but you can basically see it. Cannonball Run, which is a classic, is Burt Reynolds, but it's actually based on a true story. There really was an illegal cross-country race called the Cannonball Run. That's what this movie's about. High School High, another underrated comedy. Harvey. Groundhog Day, one of my all-time favorite
Yeah, that's a
comedies.
real good movie.
It is really good. Goonies, which I think is a little overrated. I know somebody's going to get upset for me saying that.
The Ghost and Mrs. Muir is a good movie.
Yeah, it became a TV show in the 70s, but the original film is pretty good.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, wow.
This is scare people. The Essential Ernest stuff there. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I didn't like Ferris Bueller's Day
Yeah.
Off.
Well, Caveman, starring Ringo Starr.
Oh, I thought that was from the new Caveman from the Geico commercial.
No, he doesn't speak. Nobody speaks in that film.
Coming to America, that's a classic.
That's a classic. It's
80s.
timeless.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like an 80s film, so it holds up. Joe Dirt, another one that's kind of underrated. But you can see Oscar with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah, that one was okay.
Yeah, well, it was a play,
Yeah.
and they did a good job pulling it off to cinematic effect.
Step Brothers was fun.
Nothing But Trouble.
Oh.
is a good one, underrated. So is Noises Off, actually, with Christopher Reeve. That you remember Noises Off?
No.
They were trying to put on it was a movie about them putting on a play.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody could get along. Yeah. But the fact that they were backstabbing each other made the play work better. Space Station 76. I was talking about this one the other day because remember we saw that movie Old, and we were like, that would have made a better TV show. This would have worked as a TV show, not so much as a movie. It's a comedy, but I could see this as a weekly series working. Smokey and the Bandit, Slapshot.
The producers were good.
Yeah, and that's both versions I should have there, the modern one and the original one, which are both equally funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Usually a modern version of a film doesn't pull it off, but the modern producers, they still did it like a play.
Oh, okay.
Like the original one, and that made it work really well. Oh, Princess Bride.
Oof.
Aww.
That's like David's favorite movie. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like all what everybody say.
The President's Analyst with James Colburn is another one that people should take a second look at. Nobody remembers this movie. This movie is funny, and it made some real interesting predictions about technology and the phone company and stuff like that. Putting microchips in people and whatever. And it was written in the 60s.
I don't know
The
if you're going
Pink
to get
Panther
that.
films.
I like the guy talking. I don't like the movie, but I like the way the guy talks because that's funny. But I don't like that slapstick kind of comedy. But the movie, I admit, was funny. Just listening to the guy. Oh, the two Pee Wee Herman movies.
The first one, Big Adventure, was really good, and Big Top was just trash.
It was okay. It wasn't horrible.
The Big Top was more like the show. It just didn't feel right.
With
It's hard to see what's down here.
the circus freaks.
Oh, yeah. Stoker Ace with Burt Reynolds and Lonnie Anderson. This movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially, Jim Neighbors. The cock blocking scenes with Jim Neighbors accidentally interrupting them is hilarious. Yeah, Vegas Vacation. Weird Al's only movie, UHF, another classic that's been kind of forgotten. So as is Uncle Buck there with John Candy.
Yeah.
Uncle Buck is a really good movie. And then we jump off of comedies and end up in westerns. I'm a fan of classic spaghetti westerns. And this is all three of Eastwood's, because these three films go together, and they were Italian films, but in English. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for a fistful of dollars and a few dollars more. Really fantastic.
Waterboy was funny.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
That looks new.
It's not. It's from the 70s.
Oh, okay.
Well, you see who's in it.
No, I can't.
Robert Redford and Paul Newman.
Oh, I like Paul Newman. He got pretty eyes.
Hang 'em High. It's another really good one. Magnificent Seven. Once Upon a Time in the West. Really excellent film. Outlaw Josie Wales. Pale Rider. Unforgiven.
I don't know if you're going to see over there because that's like
Yeah, it's
super
getting dark, but down here is some like real excellent, like classic martial arts films. The Five Deadly Venoms. Five Fingers of Death. Not that one. That one's fun, but there's blood sport. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's hard to see in the corner here. Enter the Dragon, Fearless. I don't know about Mr. Nice Guy.
No, that's one of Jackie Chan's films.
Yeah, Jackie
Kinda
Chan's
lame.
good, but the older older he got, and the more they started doing kind of comedy stuff, it just it lost a lot of its appeal.
It's like it's almost like the blaxploitation films of the 70s.
Yeah.
Where they took like really good actors and kind of made them into buffoons.
Yeah.
That's how I felt with him and some of the, like Tuxedo.
Yeah, Tuxedo was terrible.
And a couple of others. Okay.
No, you're all right. Lone Wolf and Cub Collection, which was Japanese films. These are fantastic. and the sword fighting scenes from this were copied in Kill Bill.
Oh, okay.
So that's where they duplicated the sword fighting scenes. But Lone Wolf and Cub is just a really well done series.
And this is my little lonely section. I got a lot of my stuff packed up though.
Yeah, she does. Both of us do. We get a lot of DVDs that are just in totes because we don't have anywhere to put them right now.
So right now we're watching Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke is actually a really good show. It's clean. Your kids can watch it. Got a lot of morals.
On the air too.
Yeah, 20 seasons. Castle Rock, that's pretty new. Seasons 1 and 2 from Stephen King. It played on Hulu, and it was a real good show, I thought. So I got that. Downton Abbey, absolutely love Downton Abbey.
It's all right.
Outsiders. A lot of people don't know about this TV show, but it's a TV show. Came out, I don't know, maybe 2017 or 18, like that. Maybe 16, between 16 and 18. And it's about some mountain people in Kentucky. And they live up on this mountain. They refuse to come down. And this oil company wants to build up there. And they having a fight about that. It's a real good show. Worth checking out. It has a lot of good actors in it. It's worth checking out. It was only 2 seasons, and you can tell at the end of the second season they got canceled because it ended abruptly. So
yeah, and that happens a lot.
Yeah, King of the Hill, the whole season.
The whole series, yeah.
I mean, yeah, series, and the 2 seasons of The Punisher. I love The Punisher, so I got that.
Yeah, he did a good job portraying that character.
Yeah, 2 more King of the Hill. This is the 200X complete series. 200X Masters of the Universe, Batman the animated series. I absolutely love that show. I watched it when it was on TV, and I watched it a little bit on a streaming app I had on my phone, and it kept cutting out at the same point. So I just bought the DVD. So we're going to add that to our watch list. The complete G.I. Joe. We watched some of it on Tubi, but they didn't have the whole thing.
It's choppy.
Yeah. Bernstein Bears, the complete series. I used to watch that as a kid. And then I got, like 3... Well, it's just 3 discs. It's not a whole season of DuckTales.
I think that is the season.
I'm not sure.
The first season.
DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Rocky and Bullwinkle. We're actually watching right now. Davy and Goliath, and Anna Green Gables. That's a good one. You got to kind of want to see that as a period drama. It came out in the 80s. The thing that was good about it, you watch this girl Anne's life progression, and they used the same actors the entire time, from the time she came to town, which I think she was like 7, all the way up until she got married. And they used the same actors, so they had to follow those actors around the entire time. So that made it real interesting. Swamp Thing from the TV
shows, yeah.
Yeah, this is the TV series, and the both of these are the TV series. One is from the 2019, I think it came out, and the other one is the original. Keeping Up Appearances.
Oh yeah.
Knight Rider. The Wonder Years, Cadfield, we're actually watching now. Good period drama, some monks. He's a monk that's, I guess he knows medicine. He's not a doctor, but he mixes herbs.
An herbalist.
Yeah, and he solves crime, and all the other monks hate him. Well, 2 other monks hate him.
2 of them are real backstabbers. They make you sick.
They do. You want something to happen to them.
It's funny to watch when they piss off the abbot, and then he comes down on them for interfering.
Yeah. Are You Being Served?
Oh, yeah.
Timeless show. If you never saw that, it's from BBC. You can watch some episodes on YouTube, but you won't get the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you can see enough. But man, that's a good show. It's a play. You could tell that it's a play.
Yeah.
And they are hilarious. Very good show. Let's see. Now, These are my
Yeah,
movies.
you get a little hodgepodge there of some stuff. Because
They-
like she
yeah.
was saying, most of hers are packed up.
Yeah, and I had it separated and organized, and then we moved things around, and it just got kind of put up. This is a live Christian band concert. Glory. I'll just show you like that. And some of them I'll point out.
Yeah. This is a lot to...
Yeah. 12 Ordinary Men. If you never saw that, no, that's not the one. Sorry, I was thinking about. What's the name of the one with the jury? 12 Angry Men. That's right.
That's in the other case.
Yeah, yeah. Frank Sinatra, the man with the golden arm. That one was good. Let's see. I'll pick out some. To Kill a Mockingbird is good, and the
Yeah.
book was really good. This just takes a section out of the book and tells that story. Let's see what else we got. The Dark Knight, A Few Good Men, The Count of Monte Cristo.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's well done. I could watch that now.
Trying to see. Yeah, we'll move on. The King and I absolutely love this movie.
She knows
with
all the
you.
songs.
Everyone. And the reason why I got into that one, when I was a kid, my mom worked at a costume shop. She was a costume designer. And a group came in and they were going to do a play of that movie. So they gave her the VCR tape to watch so she can make the costumes. And she watched that movie all day, every day for months to get the costumes. So of course we had one TV. So I watched the movie and I got to really like it.
Yeah.
It's a very good movie.
And Yul Brynner was brilliant in it because I think he still holds the record for having done the most Broadway performances of that play or that musical when it was on Broadway. He had over like 1,000 performances as the King and I. So when they were like, "Oh, we're going to do this as a film," they were like, "Well, why don't we just ask Yul Brynner? Because
Yeah, he's already.
who knows it better?"
Yeah, and he played that part.
Yeah,
He did a great job.
It was fun to watch.
Couple of Alfred Hitchcock Anatomy. No, he didn't do Anatomy of Murder. He did a Lifeboat. They were stuck in a lifeboat. That was a good one. Strangers on a Train. Anatomy of a Murder was really good. I don't think that was a Hitchcock film though, but it was good. Let's see, Singing in the Rain, a good musical. That was good. Rain Man. Yeah, probably everybody's seen that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. Got a lot of period dramas. I like period. This one seems familiar. Hold on.
I would hope so.
I know, right? I've seen all of these. Some of them I don't remember. What is this? The Serpent in the Rainbow.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember that.
It's the one with the voodoo. It's got voodoo in it.
Let's see. War. We got The Last Castle was good. It's an underrated film. And it has, what's that guy? Robert Redford in there. And he went to prison. And they tried to break him in there. And he transformed the whole prison. All of the inmates. It's a good movie. Fireproof. I love that. David hates that movie.
Oh yeah.
You do not like Fireproof.
No, I don't care for it. I think the message is kind of forced in it.
It's a Christian film.
Yeah, I know, but they get to a point and then they just kind of shoehorn things in.
Apocalypto, Mel Gibson film was pretty good. Passion of the Christ, I like that. God's Not Dead. Then we got some animation. Rocky and Bullwinkle, one season of the Boondocks. I bought the last season because David had all the others. King of the Hill, I only had these, so I bought the entire series. So I got that. And then just some Disney films here. And down there.
Yeah, most of those people have probably seen.
Yeah. These are Mystery Science.
Yeah, we started trying to collect these.
Yeah. Some of the seasons.
We're fans of the classics.
Yeah.
Classic Mystery Science.
So, bought a bunch of these on eBay. And I usually get my movies from eBay, Goodwill. It used to be a pawn shop in Illinois that sold DVDs really cheap. It was like buy 3 get 2 free or something.
Oh, it's
weird.
Something crazy. It's some crazy price, and the more you bought, the cheaper it got, to the point where you were paying like 50 cents a DVD for them.
This is a good movie, Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, and it's like 3 versions. I got all 3. It's a real good movie. But yeah, that's my section of DVDs. These are the ones that I got out. The rest of them, like I said, it's all locked up.
Yeah, we got them stored.
Yeah, because I got a bunch of horror, a bunch of martial arts film.
Yeah.
Not too much comedy, because I don't care for a lot of comedy. Some comedy I like, not too much, because it gets kind of weird and raunchy and everything. So I'm selective about comedy. But this is just the ones that's out. Okay, we're still on my section. This is just another shelf. Stuff that is out on display. Again, I'll just go through it and pick out a couple. Let's see, The Pianist, that was a pretty good movie. And this is Birth. It has that lady in it. What's her name? Nicole Kidman. And what I noticed about her and her movies, I don't really care for her movies. They always got this kind of weird thing going on. I don't really care for her. Couple of what's his name, Samuel Jackson. The Prestige was pretty good. Shutter Island is a very good movie, but it has like a real strange twist at the end. It gets you kind of confused. Yeah,
that's what they call being artistic.
On the Waterfront is a good movie with what's his name, Marlon Brando.
Yes.
1 Hour Photo. A lot of people don't know about this movie, but it has Robin Williams.
It's weird.
He's creepy in that movie.
Yeah.
If you want to see Robin Williams creepy, I mean, it's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. He did a great job in that movie.
Playing that role.
But whoa, you're like, man, this dude is and another thing, he is in what's the name of that TV show? Law and Order Special Victims Unit. If you can find the episode with Robin Williams, great episode.
Oh, that's right. I remember. He's one of the few people that was able to get over on them.
Oh yeah, he got over on them big time. Outsiders, I'm not gonna pull it out. Outsiders, real good coming of age film. War Horse caused me to not be able. That movie scared me at the end. It's a good movie.
It's hard to watch.
It is a very hard, and that's one video we probably should do. Movies and TV shows that are hard to watch.
Once.
Yeah, you can only watch. The Man Who Knew Too Much. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Let's see, The Soloist was good with Jamie Foxx. That was a good one.
Jamie Foxx was in a good movie.
He's been in a few good ones.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I know. A lot of his stuff's, you know.
16 Blocks. That was a good movie.
Was interesting.
That was actually a pretty good movie.
Bruce Willis is in a lot of decent films. I mean, he's got a couple that are like, take it or leave it, but he's been in a lot of decent films.
The Life of David Grail was good. Oh no, okay, here you go. I had my finger on the wrong thing. The Life of David Grail was good. 16 Blocks was good. And $5 a Day. That movie was a pretty good one. And here we go. We got a couple of, not all, but some of the martial arts film. And it's basically just Jackie Chan stuff. First Strike. What is this? Jackie Chan. I can't. Oh, Crazy Fist, Rush Hour, Drunken Master. Got both Drunken Masters. Actually got Tuxedo. I don't know why.
And again, you know, we're just both fans of like the classic kung fu genre films.
The Last Dragon. That's a good.
That's amazing.
If you never saw Last Dragon, you need to watch Last
That movie is
Dragon.
fantastic.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Requiem for a Dream is a good movie. That's one of those hard to watch. Once you see it one time, you probably won't want to watch it again. Very good movie, well done. It has Marlon Wayans in it, and he did some good acting. He shows you in that
That's
movie
right, 'cause
that he can actually act.
Most of the stuff the Wayans brothers are in, they're buffoons.
Yeah.
It's trash. Like White Girls, horrible film.
Yeah.
But he'll break your heart in that movie.
Yeah.
He did a great
He
job.
did a great job, and he showed people that he is able to act. I don't know why he does the stuff he does.
Probably because that's where the money is. That's
Yeah.
why Liam Neeson. I'm not Liam Neeson. Who is it? From The Naked Gun.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. That's right. I got him mixed up. But Leslie Nielsen used to be a very serious dramatic actor.
And he was in some good stuff. We saw
Yeah.
some stuff with him.
And he went over to comedy acting because he was like, that's where the money was at. You know, this is that was the only way he was getting paid was to do comedy, and maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But he showed you in that movie that he's a good actor, and I was surprised. But that's a good movie. Again, you can only watch it once, you know, because they have some scenes in there that's like, oh, whoa, this is a bit much.
Yeah, talk about heartstrings.
Yeah, but it's good, and you have to really pay attention to follow along because it's jumping around, and they're telling everybody's story. Everybody's connected right away, but they're telling their story, and so you got to pay attention. 3:10 to Yuma, I got both of those, and they're really good. The original, of course, is better.
Yeah.
But the newer one was pretty good. Four Brothers, I actually liked that movie. I thought Mark Wahlberg was great.
Yeah.
I liked his acting in that. I think that acting style and method was good for him. So I liked that movie. And Traitor was a good movie. What is his name? Don Cheadle, I think is how you pronounce his name. Was pretty good. And we have The Freshman. That's a good movie with the guy from Rain Man. What's his name? Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman. So that's it. That's all I have on display. Everything else is packed up because we had very limited space. Where we lived before, we had more space, but you know, we got
more space for DVDs and less space for the collection, and now it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's been reversed.
Yeah.
And starting again, because another section here. Got my James Bond collection. Which I'm a fan of the old Bond classics. I don't know so much about the new ones, but I like the original ones. Matrix, and then Dreamscape, which I actually saw in the theaters with Dennis Quaid and Max von Sydow. Max von Sydow was a villain in like everything. Animated stuff. You can see what that is. You know, Chicken Run, Despicable Me, Dumbo, The Dark Crystal, which not technically animation, but brilliant film.
Move that out the way.
Yeah. I like The Dark Crystal.
Then we have my nails because I'm going to do a display.
Yeah.
These are nails that were in Jesus' hands and feet.
Well, I'm sure the ones he had weren't that big, but
Well, if they had these, they would have put it in his hands and feet.
Maybe.
So that's why
Man.
that's there. Because I'm putting together
I know, you just want to do a display.
Yeah, so they're just sitting there.
Nightmare Before Christmas, and everybody knows about that film. Nightmare Before Christmas, really well done. The Powerpuff Girls movie,
Oh my God.
which was actually amazingly funny.
I'm embarrassed.
That was funny. Rango was really, really good. Lots of the Shrek, including the specials. Sword in the Stone, again, like I've talked about this one a couple of times. Underrated classic, one of my favorites. from Disney. Team America. Don't get me going. Transformers, the movie that everybody says they hate, even though as of the time that this film came out, it was the best animation, motion, and writing that had been produced for the series. But everybody's mad about it because, of course, Optimus was killed. The Ray Harryhausen collection, which look what I got this for. And I didn't even get it for the $3.99. I got it actually, this was at a pawn shop, is what she was talking about earlier. I got it for the $1.99 price because it had been sitting there for so long. And it was unopened. I mean, this is, you know, the seal was off of this, but the discs were still wrapped. And I was like, oh my God, you're kidding me. Marx Brothers, fan of the Marx Brothers. Just some movies here. Millennium, Minority Report, The Manchurian Candidate, both versions. Mad Max, Lord of War, which is one of Nicolas Cage's best. Logan's Run, classic. Last King of Scotland, Forrest Whitaker's probably best performance. Kelly's Heroes, which I really like that movie actually. Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood. Everybody, actually a pretty all-star cast in there. So was The Dirty Dozen, but you know, this is a serious film and this is a comedy. Iron Eagle, that's 80s. Nothing gets more 80s than Iron Eagle. The Indiana Jones trilogy. Actually, this is all 4 in this box, but you know, of course, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull doesn't count, so we're not going to talk about that. The Wolfman. And this is a little out of order because, you know, over here is like this whole section starts off really with musicals. Break-In is, I love this film. Break-In, Car Wash. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which has one of the best cinematic dance scenes ever. Jesus Christ Superstar. So I start off with like musicals, music stuff. Sergeant Pepper, which I really like. The Wiz. Xanadu, which is fun. American Werewolf in London. So then it turns into horror, because I was a little out of order there. The Howling, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You'll see mostly like classics here. The original Jaws, Killer Clowns, which a lot of people like. Leprechaun, which I've only seen like one film in this collection. The original Mummy. Needful Things. It's a really good film. You liked Needful Things.
Yeah, and I actually read the book.
She did.
And I read a lot of Stephen King novels.
Poltergeist 2 and 3, which 3 is terrible.
Yeah, 1 was great.
1 was great.
Fine.
Great. 2 is worth it just for the old man. The old man that keeps coming to the door.
Yeah.
Man, talk about a creepy actor. That guy played that role. Scanners. I love Scanners. Something Wicked This Way Comes was really good. John Carpenter's The Thing.
The Thing was a good movie. The original, the 70s, but not the... something came out in the 2000s.
That one wasn't good.
That was awful. But if they had picked up from the 70s,
yeah,
it would have been fine. But they tried to do I think a prequel to the 70s.
Or 80s. It was the 80s. John Carpenter was an 80s
It
one.
was the 80s. But if the one that came out in the 2000s picked up after the 80s version, it would have went along smoothly. But they tried to do a prequel, and it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thinner was good.
Thinner
That's
was
another,
good.
Stephen King.
Tremors. Videodrome. People have forgotten about this film. It was weird, though. Wishmaster, which I get a kick out of. What is your wish?
I like Michael Ironside's voice. He has a really good voice.
Michael Ironsides wasn't in Wishmaster.
Oh, which one was he in?
I forget who was the actor in Wishmaster.
Oh, he was in Death Wish, or what was he in?
Michael Ironsides was in a lot of stuff. He was in V.
I know, but he was in one of those movies where he was trapped in a jar and they kept.
He was in Scanners. That's him right there.
Oh, is it?
That's Michael Ironsides.
Oh, okay.
Some like superhero related stuff. You see Ant-Man, Avengers, you know, the original Batman film collection, Blade trilogy. What, Marvel had a rated R film starring a black lead before? You don't say. Because there's a lot of emphasis on that. Marvel never did that before. Sure
Yeah.
they did. Sure they did.
Because that's what they said with Black Panther.
Yeah, how
And-
soon they forget, or like Deadpool. Whoa, they finally made a rated R film. What was this? And this was good. Wesley Snipes did a great job on that.
Yeah, and Man Thing was rated R. There was cursing up and having sex and showing nudity.
Man
all
Thing
in it.
wasn't good. It
wasn't
It didn't.
good.
It didn't relate to the character at all.
It didn't tell you anything about the character.
It was the original Captain America, cheesy as hell, but I love it. The Crow, which has been, I think there were 4 of these films, but the only one that's any good is the one with Brandon Lee.
Yeah, he died. So.
Doom with The Rock, when he was still The Rock.
Now it's Dwayne Johnson.
Dread, yeah. Dwayne Johnson. Durr. Hellboy, The Hulk. You get the idea. John Carter, underrated film. Was really well done. Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2. The first one was better. Masters of the Universe. Yes! The original Punisher with Dolph Lundgren when he refused to wear the frickin' skull. Thanks a lot, Dolph. Spawn. Speed Racer, underrated film. This is actually really good, especially the speech about how business and government really works. Street Fighter, who remembers Van Damme did this? Man of Steel, Thor, Tomb Raider, Unbreakable, The Watchmen, which was a pretty good film. And then I got some silent stuff there. Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton. Foolish Wives, which is actually really good. More Charlie Chaplin. Metropolis, another classic. Nosferatu. And then into the films. That's one everybody should watch.
While you still can.
Yeah, while you still can, before they make it disappear.
Yeah.
Amazon already tried to get rid of the book off their Kindle once.
And people
People
had
caught
something
it.
to say.
Yeah. Altered States is another classic that people have forgotten about. Really strange film. American Graffiti. That was a good
film.
movie.
Coming of age, I guess.
Yeah. Andromeda Strain. Animal Farm, the original British
That's a must-watch.
animated film. Yeah, you should definitely watch
Before
this
they
one.
make that disappear.
Apocalypse Now.
That was a good one. Marlon Brando was only in there
Like for a
2
minute.
minutes.
Yeah, and
It was 2 minutes.
you see he's got like top billing in the poster there. This was good,
Yeah,
but
that
it's
was so
sad. It's very sad,
Golly.
actually.
That's very sad. But it was a good thing.
Yeah. Is that Babylon, Bad Boys, Battle Los Angeles, Battle Royale, which what film? This is, somebody copied this film and made something really famous for it. I can't think of what it was. Somebody knows. Bicentennial Man, that's Robin Williams again. That's another heartbreaker. There's a classic, Big Trouble in Little China. Black Soul Dynamite. Don't ask. Blade Runner, Born Identity, Braveheart, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh, that movie was awful.
Yeah, it's a well done story, but the main character's not likable.
Not at all.
No.
She did a great job. Her and I can't remember who
Yeah,
guy was.
it was George Papard from like the A-Team.
They did great acting, but boy, they made you hate them.
Nicholson in Chinatown, that was good.
That was good.
Citizen Kane, arguably one of the best films ever done.
Yeah, ever made it. That's a must watch.
Clash of the Titans, Harryhausen's last project. Stallone in Cobra. That's a cool one. Conan, which is an underrated film. And it's one of the few comic book rendition movies from back in that time period that pulled it off. It really ought to be up with those, but it isn't. The Day After is another recommended movie.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, Death Race 2000, another early Stallone film. He's not even the star of the film. He's got top billing in the picture. David Carradine is the star of the film and kicks the crap out of him in the movie too.
He dies like midway through.
Yeah, I think so. Demolition Man, Over the Top. Well,
Over the Top was good.
yeah, Over the Top is actually kind of fun. Edward Scissorhands, I think everybody knows. Easy Rider, Dune. You can see most of these.
Easy Rider was the one with the
These two shouldn't be down here because they're animated. Somebody stuck those in the wrong place. Enemy Mine with Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. That is an underrated film, and it's a forgotten 80s classic. I recommend checking out Enemy Mine. We should do a thing where we talk about a film recommendation that people might have forgotten about, you know, because we've seen a lot of films, especially films from back in the day.
Yeah, write that down.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? Freaks. Trinessa couldn't watch it.
I saw that.
Freaks? You didn't watch Freaks?
Oh, I didn't.
No. This is the one that had actual circus freaks.
I thought that's when the girl was playing games with the little midget.
Yeah, but
and they killed her or something.
yeah, but you didn't watch that whole film. You were like, oh no.
Oh yeah. It was too much.
Because they're real actual freaks.
Yeah, they're real circus not circus animals. I'm sorry. Circus people. And, oh gosh.
Future World, which is the sequel to Westworld.
Westworld was good. And they had Yul Brynner in it for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't really speak much in it, but he
speak at all.
That was the precursor to Terminator, actually.
Oh, was it?
Him being the relentless robot, chasing people down. Goodfellas, Good Guys Wear Black. That's a classic Chuck Norris, of course. Good Will Hunting, Gran Torino. Gran Torino was good.
Yeah, that was a very good film.
Eastwood, he's one of those few people that, like, if anyone ever challenged you to name an actor who you can't find any crappy films, Eastwood. Yeah, Eastwood's one of them. You already saw this row because I jumped the gun. But more of Chuck Norris. I'm a fan of the Chuck Norris films. Some of them are cheesy, but it's fun. Scorch Trials, Mummy, and poor Brendan Fraser. And he's recently just popped back up in the media because it's been, people were talking to him and he comes off like such a sweetheart. And I hope that's legitimate because, actors can fool you. But he's been through a lot, Brendan Fraser. He really has. Never-Ending Story, which I really like that film, actually. Oh, you always do that. Oh God. I like the Oh God series. With John Denver. Well, John Denver was in the first one, not Bob Denver. Bob Denver is Gilligan. Let's see, Oh God 2. And then, of course, there was a 3 where he played 2 roles. George Burns, that is, of course. Outland, a forgotten Sean Connery film. Paradise Alley, which is the film that Rocky's based on. This one, it's wrestlers instead of boxing, and Sylvester Stallone just kind of redid the concept and came up with Rocky, which obviously worked out much better. Pirates of the Caribbean, Planet of the Apes collection, Play Misty for Me. That was a good one. Another Clint Eastwood. Point Break, Predator. Raging Bull was a good one. Raw Deal. I love these kind of cheesy films though. Raw Deal with Schwarzenegger, that was fun. Red Violin. That's a good one. That's very good with Samuel L. Jackson. Reefer Madness. The
That's
dangers.
Good. Yeah, that's good if you watch it with Mystery Science.
Yeah, the dangers of marijuana use. Actually, I think not Mystery Science, but Riff Tracks, I think, might have done that one.
Yeah, it was one of the two.
Yeah. Roadhouse, that was a good one. Rocky, RoboCop, Rollerball. That's definitely one that people should watch. Very interesting political takes in this. It's not really about the sport at all. Sands of Iwo Jima, Serenity, Serpico, which was a true story. Solaris, which was a Russian film. The original Solaris, you see Solaris there on the end. There's two versions. That's the original Russian one, which is like a 4-hour film, but it's really good, and that one is dubbed. And then this is the George Clooney version of Solaris, where they chopped it down to an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean it's still okay, but it's not as good as the original Russian film. Soldier, another underrated film with Kurt Russell. Soylent Green, Stargate, Starship Troopers, Star Trek, which people don't realize. Starship Troopers, which was a big franchise for a while, and it's starting to come back, is a very social government totalitarian film. You have to read the book to get it. Star Trek Collection, Star Wars, including Clone Wars, Stepford Wives. That's a good one. You remember the Stepford Wives? Yeah.
The original one, not the new one.
Yeah, not the new one. Sunset Boulevard was good.
That's the one with Samuel Jackson and
No,
that wasn't Sunset. That was Limited. Sunset Limited with Samuel Jackson and oh God, what's the guy name?
this is the one with Gloria Swanson, the retired silent film actress, and the guy pulls into her yard by mistake.
Oh yeah.
This is a good film. Superfly, come on, Superfly. Taxi Driver was good. Terminator, They Live.
They Live is good.
Really like that film. THX 1138, a George Lucas film, and an underrated movie, actually. Most people don't even know this one exists. It's another post-apocalyptic movie, but it's good. Live and Die in LA is another one. This is a good movie with Willem Dafoe, and it's very Miami Vice. If you like Miami Vice, you'll like Live and Die in LA. Transporter, only the first one was good. Transporter, the first one, was really well done. They kept making sequels and it kept getting screwy, kind of like Fast and Furious. Treasure of Sierra Madrid is good. You remember that one with Humphrey Bogart and they're looking for gold?
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we watch a lot of these together, which I enjoy. Oh, Orson Welles' The Trial. This is well done, but you've got to really be into storytelling to get it. And it's about how legal system kind of screws you over. Tron, Under Siege 2. This is probably Steven Seagal's best film, Under Siege. And again, this is just what I have out. I've got more packed away. V for Vendetta is really good. War of the Worlds. This is that's the Tom Cruise version.
They got a bunch of War of the Worlds.
Yeah, they've done it over and over. The Warriors.
They got some TV shows and stuff that, did everybody taking a stab at it.
I love this one, The Warriors. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, Warriors.
Westworld, of course. This is in the wrong place because that's a romantic comedy, When Harry Met Sally, but it's a good romantic comedy. I got to pull that out because it goes in the other pile. The Wrestler, another one that's hard to watch, especially being like us and going to these shows and seeing retired wrestlers. It's a hard life on a lot of them, and it didn't treat them well. And this film really portrays that. It really does. Zardos, very, very weird Sean Connery film, but a classic from the 70s. ZPG, another one I recommend. And that about wraps it up there. Eyes Wide Shut, The Shining, and this is of course a Stanley Kubrick collection volume set. But yeah, that's about it for DVDs for what we have out. DVDs and video games. I know a lot of people had asked if they could see it, and you know, we showed you as much as we could. I don't want to pull out every single one because that'd be tedious, but you can look at it and see it for what it is. Oh, there's a good one, Lord of the Flies.
Yeah,
that's the original. This is the original Lord of the Flies.
Even though it got all kids in it.
Two versions. Yeah, two versions of the Lord of the Flies. They're both worth watching.
Lilies of the Field was good.
Lion in Winter was good too. And so was Lilies of the Field with Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier is a good example of what you were talking about with blaxploitation earlier. He started off doing like Oscar performances.
Yeah, he was Oscar winner.
And then he ends up doing a lot of blaxploitation films in the 70s, but he was the one producing and directing them.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
And then that goes back also to what we were saying, how a lot of people think blacks didn't win awards. He was an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
He won several.
Lawrence of Arabia.
You know,
That's a
people
good
like,
movie.
oh yeah, blacks didn't win.
The very first Oscar ever presented was presented to a black actress. It was
The lady from
Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the Wind,
Yeah.
the servant, the servant girl lady.
Yeah, the housemaid.
Yeah.
Lawnmower Man. That's a cool one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but I mean, there you go, guys. You get the general idea. We just wanted to share that because people were asking, and we hope you enjoyed the little tour, that you got something out of it. You know, any titles that you saw, any titles that we mentioned that you want to check out, or any recommendations that you have that you didn't see.
Yeah.
Maybe
we love to check it out.
and we pay attention to that. We do try to check it out if it seems like it's going to be a good film. Give us your recommendations. And what do you think about the idea of us doing, you know, once or twice a month, maybe a film recommendation? What do you think of that? Tell us in the comment section down below. Please do drop a like, share it if you can, subscribe if you knew all that. And what more can I say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.